Hey everybody, I want to give something new a try here on the channel, and I went around yesterday in Muncie, Indiana, and decided to go to some flea markets and retail and showcase when I'm going out there looking for different things, what I find in different places. So first stop here is Frankie D's North in Muncie, Indiana, and you can see they've got a lot of neat toys and artifacts and things like that from the past, lots of sports memorabilia. They have two locations. I'll have to check out the other one in another video. I've never been to the other Frankie D's. But this is about my fourth visit here. You can see some neat old batting helmets, an old Chiefs helmet here in the case, and some glass and old baseball and football digest magazines here. But I always like going here because they seem to have a lot of different cards. You can see in this case, nothing I really wanted, but just to kind of give you an idea what they have. Some older cards here of Nolan Ryan and some older football players. Terry Bradshaw's in there and stuff. I should have got a better look at the prices, but look at this one. This one was funny to me. That binder they wanted $25 for, like I assume the entire binder. And you can see some random things here. But that Randy Johnson card that I started to zoom in on there, they wanted $12 for that, and the Sammy Sosa has a $29.95 price tag on that. I'm going to go back up there here to in a minute because I didn't believe it. Look at that price tag, $29.99 for that Stadium Club, I think 92 Stadium Club Sammy Sosa. There's some gaming cards there, and then this vendor, in the past he has sold starting lineups, buy two, get three free, but I had actually grabbed a couple of them from the past because I am a starting lineup collector, but he's always had these cards, just sort of in packs like this for $1, $2, $3. So I started to sort through and grabbed a couple of the $1 packs because everything was actually 25% off in this booth. So these come out to 75 cents as I sort of root through here and look for different ones that had some different cards behind them and some different stars and things. So you can see the pack there with Cal Ripken and Tony Fernandez out of Flea. And the football ones hanging there had only about 10 or 12 cards, you can see, while the baseball ones had 20 to 25, so that's why I grabbed them. The football ones were $2 or $3 as well. And this one seems to always have a little bit more in terms of cards and toys and all that sort of stuff. And again, more starting lineups there, and you can see that full house pack, and there were heavy metal card packs and stuff like that. So I didn't get a good look at what that price was for that mixed thing there, but the case was not part of the sale. As you'll see when I go through here and look around, the sign should pop up. There it is. So yeah, lots of neat stuff here. And I like this 86 Jordan. Looks like a folder or a picture or something. Just walking around. This place always has great music playing. If you're into heavy metal music like I am from the 80s and 70s and stuff like that. The one vendor one time had a bunch of Kiss memorabilia like you can see there, but a lot of it must have sold. But then I come up here to this guy as well, and this vendor, and they've got a case with some different cards. You can see the 90 tops Griffey sitting there. Some of those brick packs as well as a better look at them. I grabbed a few of these brick packs that were sitting there of cards, and I was tempted on that 89 score football set that was sitting in there. It was $9 on the price tag, but it looked opened, and I doubted for $9 that every card was going to be in there, and I was suspicious that they'd actually let me go through and look for everything. Then they had some of these binder pages here of some older 70s cards and Pokemon, basketball. That football one there was like $6 or something like that for 9 cards. So definitely let that sit there. I would have grabbed more of those brick packs, but a lot of them, the corners were bent and the edges were bad. So I did grab a few. And then here's this last vendor that had some older cards and some newer cards mixed in. There's the Trammell rookie. There's a few other things. Then he had these, repack sorts of things. They were all $3 each. They all had 15 cards in them. He had a couple sorted by teams, and then back over in the corner here to the right, there you can see some other old starting lineups that were, but there to the right, those other bins had more of those repacks in it, that white bin back there. Didn't really go through and buy any here. I did look at some of these autos. They were all Colts players, so, probably went out to training camp and stuff and took pictures and did that type of thing. So spent about $13 there on stuff at Frankie D's and went over to Target. And you can see when I complain on my other videos about Target, what limited selection they have. There's some auto racing, one of those hockey repacks. There's a soccer pack. And that's about it. I'm sorry it's kind of bumpy and jumpy there because the line was open right there behind me as I was doing this. Here's where what they've got in the toy section. Last week when I was here, they had a ton of score football, and somebody must have came through and bought it all out. Only things left were hockey, and some supplies and that type of stuff. So nothing here at Target for me. I wound up, I guess, there's a couple soccer blasters there too. But went on down to Walgreens. This is the Walgreens where I bought the blister pack in the past that had the Otani rookie card, and you can see absolutely nothing. So walked out of Walgreens empty-handed and continued on down the road to Meijer. And this Meijer was actually half decent in terms of a restock as we get back here, and lots of gaming cards if you're into that. And as we scroll on down here, you can see they had a decent selection of clearance stuff down there at the bottom, starting with Select. You can see some of these Mega Mystery Power Boxes, some old archives. There's that hockey again, golf cards, and the Stars and Star USA packs, and some Prism Soccer they had a lot of. There's some Ginter hangers, some more clearance there of Prism. There's the Meijer blister packs kind of hiding in the back. I decided to, look through all these and everything else they had. Oh, here's some more Ginter blasters that just came out. So decent restock here at this Meijer compared to what they usually have. Usually it's about half of this and half the shelves are empty when I stroll in here. So I just grabbed one of these hanger packs of, Diamond Kings to kind of check out. Nothing, not expecting much, but hadn't opened one of those at least as a hanger pack. There's an absolute pack, a couple of them hiding behind the Prism. And those are all Wild or Chronicles, and that's all Allen and Ginter stuff there. So decent restock at Meijer. I wish, as I was going through and I came in and I wanted to record it and I didn't. There was a truck that was blocking 6 parking spaces. It would have been, just a complete asshole on how they were parking, to be honest with you. But unfortunately, I didn't record it. I hit the button as I was done and not as I was, walking past it. And by the time I came out, they were gone. So there you can see those Mega Mystery Power Boxes. I've watched some other videos of people opening the football ones, and they are straight garbage for $50. So gonna let them sit there on the shelf and give Walmart a try. This Walmart is always a zoo. Always. It doesn't matter what time of day you go, and this was no exception. There was another guy there and a lady talking right in the aisle, so I couldn't really film very well. You can see them, bump them really there, but they had some score. And I did grab a Heritage blaster box that was on clearance there. And then I went back to class and did my job, and there was something I needed, just for my daughter at Meijer that the other one didn't have. So this is the Meijer in Anderson, Indiana, and this is what the difference 20 miles makes that I always say in other videos. Look how stocked this Meijer is compared to the one in Muncie, which was pretty decently stocked. But they have an end cap of cards, 3 shelves there of the Mega Mystery Power Boxes. They have some, blaster boxes of Elite. They have Select. They have, there's the Meijer blister pack that I grabbed. Some basketball cards there. I grabbed one of these Stadium Club packs, just happened to be sitting there. Hung on to that and brought that back. But, if I pan up here, you can see there's a Donruss Mega Box. There's some more of that USA Mega Box. There's a Select basketball box hiding in there, some Allen and Ginter. And then we wander over here to the electronics section where they have the rest of the cards. And watch what happens as I turn the corner here and compare that to the other Meijer, just in terms of the amount on the shelf. This is the length of shelf as well, starting with the gaming cards and then going all the way down to the sports cards. And they're not just like one face right up in front. They're always stocked a few deep. So, a little bit of open on the shelf there, but Zenith blaster boxes in football I had not seen in a while. It's more that Ginter and Score and Update. There's a ton of the Meijer blaster packs there, even some older ones from 2022. And more blasters. There's the Score hanger packs, some Chronicles, and there's the Meijer MJ Holdings mix packs down there, blister packs. And it looks like Update, some soccer, some of that Leafs product with golf in it. They have those tins. They still have a lot of the Score a Treat there too, which didn't sell at Halloween and is not part of their Halloween discount. I asked, because if it was, I'd have probably bought it all. But here's those MJ Holdings blister packs that I've opened a few times on the channel. I've grabbed them there every time. Fat pack of Elite hiding in back. Some more of the Ginter, some Wild Card on clearance. So really, really good restock, but it's always this Meijer that has so much more than the one by me here in Noblesville or the one back up by where I work. So let's see what I got here in the rest of the video. All right, back home again now after my little adventure in between my classes today around Muncie. And let's open what I got here and see what all that is. So, the first place I went, of course, was that antique, or not antique mall, it's a flea market there, Frankie D's. So, I got these bricks that you saw towards the end of that first part of the video, where the one seller had these kind of lined up. These look like they're all 1986 cards, but they're in pretty decent shape. And these at least had a modern, 2023 card on the top, but it looks like it's a mix of different cards. They look to be in good shape. I left a lot of the other bricks there because as I picked them up and looked at them, a lot of them had, obviously busted corners and stuff along that kind of line. So didn't want to grab those and, waste money. You can see these were $7 total. And then from that one vendor that had a whole bunch of these kind of packs there, I grabbed 6 of the $1 packs. But remember, they were 25% off. So, I paid 75 cents each for these. So $4.50 total for all of this. I got, some with some, this one had an older card in it there with Brock and Yaz on the cover. So I figured let's take a look at that. And then, Ripken, Nolan Ryan, Roger Clemens, Ripken and Tony Fernandez, and then Nolan Ryan again. So we can kind of see what's behind some of these already, right? That's a bunch of 88 Flea, right? That sort of thing. So, yeah. And then beyond that, from that other same vendor, right, I got this team pack here of the Orioles, 1990 Donruss. This was $2, and then, the 25% off. So $1.50 for the 1990 Orioles team set. We'll open that up and just look at them, and I'll mix them into the Orioles packs. I thought that would help. Perhaps to some degree with that. And then when we were jumping around to the various retail places, again, you saw the difference between 20 miles there from Muncie to Anderson, how well stocked that one Meijer always is, comparatively speaking to the one in Muncie, which was fairly well stocked today, but especially the one here by my house in Noblesville and that sort of thing outside of Indianapolis. So I just grabbed this one pack from the Meijer there in Muncie, the 2022 Diamond Kings hanger pack. We'll see what we find in it. And then from Walmart, there really wasn't much there, right? And I couldn't really look too much because there were people blocking the aisle. Just like at Target, there were people blocking the aisle too, right in front of the card, so there wasn't much there anyway. But there's hardly anything else at Walmart, so I grabbed this blaster box of Heritage, high number from last year. So figure we'll check that out and see what we get in that. And then finally from that last stop, plenty to pick from. But, I'd spent enough today. I figured that the video's going to be long enough, so I just grabbed this Stadium Club hanger pack and figure we'll open that from this year. So let's check out what we got and see if we got some kind of fun stuff in here. I will start with these things here. And then knocked into the tripod. Then we'll get into the bricks and other stuff. So let's see what's in these kind of vacuum sealed packs that buyer had. And the Nolan Ryan's actually penny sleeved here as I'm pulling them out. So I'll put that here. So maybe he was selling that for $1 at some point, and that's how they priced it. And then we've just got a mix of, the 89 Flea here. Probably no chance at an FF card, right, from Billy Ripken. But we'll at least take a peek, just in case one snuck in here. This maybe from Rips at some point because they're not in set order. But they're in good shape, so they'll be good for me to mix in with the other cards. In the packs, didn't have much 89 Fleer to mix in this time, so... Yeah, Mackie Sasser on the back. So, got a Nolan Ryan here at least. Let's leave the top loader for now. See what else we find in these. Would you buy these for 75 cents? And you might have seen, of course, like I said, the football packs that were there that were $2 had probably half the number of cards in them, maybe 10 cards to 12 cards in the packs. So that's why I left them there. Figured maybe if we open these and they were obviously a better value than what I was expecting here, maybe I could go back for them. It's not like it's that hard. But I do intend to go around to the other places there in Muncie and do videos as well. So here is let me get that focus there. Here is the Ripken and Tony Fernandez card. And then we got some 91 score behind it. Lee Smith. And then we got some 90 score too. Kevin McReynolds. Brian Harvey. Trammell. Robbie Alomar.
Didn't have much 90 score either, so it's nice to get these to mix in. As I build these packs out that you have seen here, if you subscribe to the channel, like, subscribe, you'll see when I'm taking Alvaro Espinosa out of the penny sleeve, but you'll see as I update your favorite football and baseball card teams. And keep going from there. So gotta bust these open a little bit to get the cards out because I'm 87 tops in this one, behind Roger Clemens from Cereal Box for the Red Sox. So a bunch of 87 tops, and it's what you sort of would expect for something like this. A bunch of commons, right? Even the guy at the clearly the guy at whoever did this knows what they're doing, knows a little bit about cards. I mean, yeah, we get the turn back the clock cards here with the older players. That's not too bad, but, you know, not much else you can expect from 75-cent grab bags, you know, from a flea market. The ones there that are $3 had half the number of cards, too, in that other vendor. But the card that stood out for me, the most hilarious thing there, was that Sammy Sosa card with the $30 price tag. I hope there's a joke to that to some degree. 82 tops. Nolan Ryan's pretty nice, though. That card probably is close to worth $1 in this condition, even in of itself, right? But some more 90 score. I couldn't believe that. I had to stop and look at that. That's why when you'll see, you know, back up earlier in the video, I had to scroll back and look back up again just to make sure I was seeing that right, because that was just ridiculous. And for some reason, Ken Griffey Sr. is on the back here, and he's top-loaded. These last two are stuck together as well. Guess he thought Griffey Sr. was worth $1 at some point, but we'll take him out of there. Two more of these, and then we'll open the 90 Donruss Orioles team pack and look at those, see the Ripken in it. And that Ben McDonald card had some value at one point, you know, in 1990. Yeah, let me know down in the comments if you like these kinds of videos, and I can keep doing them because there is some different places I want to go in Muncie. Ooh, we got a puzzle piece. Thanks. You know, there's another Frankie D's, right, in another part of town, the sort of southeast part of town. And there's another Walmart over there as well. I don't know if there's anything else. But then, of course, there's the 3 card shops in Muncie. One of them's in the mall that also says an Brady Anderson rookie. One of them's in the mall that also sells, you know, shirts and glass, and Mike Schmidt, Fred McGriff. So we got some stars in this one. But, you know, they sell all kinds of memorabilia and things like that. I'm sorry, I keep hitting the tripod. I'm doing this in a different position than I usually do. And it shows where I'm just not comfortable in the way it's set up. But, so I'll go in there. I probably won't buy much there because, you know, every time I've been in there, they've been horrifically overpriced. So it's a 1980, 80 tops of Lou Brock and Carl Yastrzemski. So that card probably almost has $1 value. It's got a little soft corner down here at the bottom, but it's not a bad card. To have some 1990 upper deck behind it, but these are all busted in the corner. Damn. Well, got one dud pack out of all these, and I mean, there's one card that's okay, but then we're back to blown up bottom right corners down here that, yeah, just going to do that. This one's okay, and then the rest of these, no. So, oh well, one of them didn't work. But hey, you know, the Blue Brock card's cool. That's probably why they put them in there. You got the cool card and then the busted up cards behind it. So let's set these free after 34 years. And just take a look real quick at the Orioles team set from 1990 Donruss. Donald, Ballard, Cal, Billy Ripken, Steve Finley, Devereaux. This is my childhood watching baseball here in the Baltimore area where I grew up. 10-year-old me chasing after something like this. Brady Anderson, Kurt Schilling, early in his career. So let's see what's in the bricks. Let's open these up. If I can figure out how. I did not get my knife out before I did this. I probably am going to need it. Is this tape? Okay, that didn't go very far. I'm going to need my knife. Hang on real quick while I reach over here. So yeah, I mentioned the one card shop in the mall that I probably, well, at least if I can go in there and try to sneaky film, right, I can get in there. There's another card shop that I have a relationship with that I've bought cards from in the past in bulk that I'll probably reach out, maybe try to video as I go through their supply or what they've got, if they still got pallets of cards that they allow me to go through as they have in the past to sort of pick out to make, my stuff. And of course I just pay them a bulk price for what I pick out. But if I could do that, that's where I got in the past the autographed cards, the random ones that I found. And they had like Wade Boggs rookie cards and that sort of thing from Donruss mixed in. And then there's another one I've never been to, but I've seen pictures of it. It's a smaller shop. It seems to be more vintage based in what it sells. So might reach out to them and see what else they got. Is this from a set? Yeah, see, they're in order. So there's cards missing. 791 is missing, whatever that is out of this. So they must have went through and just picked out, the bigger cards and then it's Robin Yount. But they threw the rest just in this to get rid of it this way. So it's Ozzie Smith. They're in good shape for 86 tops. For being fresh out of a set, they're fairly crisp. George Bell, Winfield, Ricky Henderson, Ripken All-Star, George Brett, Mattingly, Gooden, Gary Carter, Pedro Guerrero in the wrong way for some reason, Dale Murphy, Ozzie Smith, Keith Hernandez. Keith Hernandez was Reggie Jackson, too. Off center a little bit there. Keith, unfortunately, had to put down his cat. He told everybody today on Twitter. Sort of a cult figure there, Haji. 22 years old. Boy, I hope Kappy makes it to that. Kappy is 8 now. So, Hojo. Yeah, I'm just going to go quick through these so we can open up the other packs. Pete Rose. So at least they left some stars in. Maybe they took out a rookie. I don't know what 791 is. You can tell me down in the comments if you know who that is. In the 86 top set. So I'm trying to carefully cut into this and not damage the cards, because they taped the ever-living hell out of this. Man. Let me know what you would do if you saw bricks like this that were in good shape. Would you save them? Would you go out there and try to free them for something else? But Cecil Fielder rookie was actually in it. That's kind of a nice find. Didn't think we'd find that. So I don't know. Maybe they just took out some player they liked. Vince Coleman. Cards that are backwards for some reason. Jack Clark. Lee Smith's in the Hall of Fame. Teddy Aguirre had a good couple of years right there. There's Ripken. Again, a lot of Ripkens here. George Bell's base. Don Sutton. Kirby. Jim Rice. I've never been in the other Frankie D's location in Muncie. I don't go down to that side of Muncie very often, since I live the opposite direction. I do go play golf out that way, but I've still never stopped at it. This is in a Ziploc bag. You can see the, things there. So I don't know how this is how are we going to get in here without damaging this? Yeah, listen to that. They had some fun sitting down and taping these bricks. The one thing I like about that antique mall, too, it's a flea market. They always have such great music. They used to have such cool Kiss stuff in it, but I guess it got sold, right? Being a fan of heavy metal like I am from that era, it was always fun to walk in there. I regret the most that's probably the 4th time I've been in there. One time, I'm a starting lineup collector too. They had some 88 Indianapolis Colts that were in decent shape. But they had a half decent price too. But I passed on them, and I kind of wish I didn't. because you don't see like Albert Bentley and people like that very often. It's those sort of rare regional, starting lineups from 88 and 89 that actually still carry some value. You find the stars from the 90s, they don't really have much value. And of course, there's plenty of like other players, like I noted. The one, seller had Raul Mondesi and people like that for $3, and they probably won't even get $1 for them if they ever sell. So, you know, so man, I can't believe what that took to get open. Lucky I didn't stab myself. So let's see here: Yarborough, Turnbull. Some just last year we got a random basketball card thrown in, a Bonzi Wells. Oops, sorry, I was off center there. Higgins. Whoops. Brandon Woodruff. This is from the update set, it looks like, from the card that dropped there. Hoppy, Paxton. There's some more basketball here. Reggie Miller, Bonzi Wells again. A lot of Bonzi Wells. I get a football. It's Calvin Johnson, at least. So I'm going to set that there, and then I'll get mixed into a Lions pack eventually. These basketball cards will just get put into a mixed box. Chuck Tanner there with a busted up corner. The Indianapolis Indians team set. So I'll have to figure out who the Indians were an affiliate of at that time, from 2010. Anybody on there worth noting? Pedro Alvarez, maybe. And, yeah, not many names stand out on that list. At least not to me. Steve Pierce, right? He was a World Series MVP. No, there's not the whole set in here. So let me just set that back here. Klesko, there's some more of them. And Random Stadium Club of Cliff Lee. Some more of that Indian set, Indianapolis Indian set. Right now they're the Pirates AAA team. I don't know who they were in 2010 because they bounced around a few times. Yeah, so Joey Ortiz, Burleson, Brooks Raley. Random LaShawn McCoy card. Die. Yeah, so. And a few Braves for some reason. Another Reggie Miller. And some more of these Indians cards. Sammy Sosa rookie card. Randomly mixed in from Flea here. Gus Varlin, Pache. And yeah, so hey, it's not too bad for, flea market mall find, right? Antique mall kind of find. I will definitely have to check out those other ones. We'll make, if something I think you all would like, I will make more videos of that, and let's, we'll go from there. We'll see the other ones that are around here. Love to get you at the one near me too in Westfield here at some point, but they're always so on top of you in there. Votto, Bogarts, King Kong Keller, A-Rod is a Ranger. Tatis, Vladdy Jr., Lindor for my PC. I'll set that here. Scherzer is a Met. Otto Lopez, McGill. Set that over here. Friedel. Here's our framed card that you're guaranteed in these fat packs. Curtis Terry for the Twins. A Rosarena, artist proof. Shoeless Joe Jackson, the art of hitting. This is Bregman, artist palette. Not numbered. Garrett Cole, Hoffman, and then these other things you're guaranteed in these packs. Luis Frias, Velade, and Matt Vierling, sure, for the Phillies. Let's open the Stadium Club pack, and then we'll bust into the Heritage, and we'll call it a video. This one's going to turn out a little bit longer than I expected, just because it took me so long to bust into those bricks. But, definitely fun to go out there and do that. These Stadium Club things are a little sticky. But they also are doing the same thing that they did the last time I opened these. Yankee, Yankee, Yankee. Right? Ray, Ray, Ray. Red Sox, Red Sox, Red Sox. We get Rizzo that's backwards in, I guess, a parallel set. Right? The black, perhaps. Rosarena in the red. Walker and the Larry Walker in the pit. See, here we go again. Rocky, Rocky, Rocky. And then Sean Wool in the back here in chrome. But 3 Rockies is the pink, right? With Walker, Blackman, and Chris Bryant. So it must be the thing with those hanger packs and how they've collated them, right? Like that. Because the other one I opened was the same sort of way going through that. So I did not have good luck with Heritage High Number in the past. So let's see if this changes things. But you can see why I don't go into that Walmart very often. I couldn't videotape very well. There was another guy there scanning cards, and I don't know what he was doing, but he was scanning the 1 or 2 blaster packs that were there and was talking to somebody at the same time, and the register was open right there. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. And that Walmart is always a zoo, always. So, I mean, I could have went there after class like I did to that Meyer in Anderson, and it still would have been a zoo. So Gibson, Fletcher, Rogers. Yeah, there's nobody there of note to me, at least. Beck, Varland, Yoshida. There's Aaron Judge and Stanton. Ward, Miller, Sable, Solano. So as always, these cards will get mixed into the baseball card packs that I'm making right now. Got another box coming from eBay tomorrow that I may or may not videotape this time. Probably won't, actually, this one. And I've got another box I ordered. This has never happened to me. And all the time I've been doing this stuff off eBay. I bought it on the 1st. Today is the 13th. The person hasn't shipped it yet. So tomorrow I have to file the eBay claim, right? I had to wait this long to do it. I contacted the seller last week, like, hey, you going to ship it? He's like, yeah, I'll ship it on Thursday. And that was a week ago. So, yeah. Here's the stickers. It's the Yankees, Cabrera, Peraza, Rizzo, and Volpe. So we'll put that down. Yeah, we'll put that down right there with everything else. And yeah, so I'm going to have to file that. I was looking forward to that one because there was a lot of modern football that I got for $1. You know, another one of those medium flat rate boxes. The one I opened on Election Day was a large box, but a medium of modern football cards that all looked in good shape from the picture, and they were $1. You're going to give me a nice chrome numbered card, and it's got to be Jacob deGrom as a Ranger. Come on, luck. Jacob deGrom is a Ranger. I would have plotzed if this was a Met, of course, right? But it's, after he signed over there. But out of $9.99, deGrom is a Ranger. I only PC, if you're familiar with how I PC, I only PC my favorite players in the Mets uniform. So, with the exception of Gary Carter. So, I have a grid. Actually, I think I have a deGrom out of 50, right? It's the lowest number deGrom I have when he was with the Mets, but that'll get in the pack. Pint, Ruiz, Robertson, Casas. So, like I said, I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've opened this because I didn't like it when I opened it, and now I'm still upset. I still don't like it just because of what I just pulled. Rosario, yeah. So, not a lot of big names in this Heritage High Number, at least that I remember. You can correct me if I'm forgetting somebody that's got a rookie in it or something like that. I also didn't look, and I probably should have, but I've stacked them all up now, and I've been talking enough. So, yeah, Josh Young, rookie. It's not too bad. Little last pack mojo there. Another sticker. Yeah, the Dodgers. So, Sutton, Tommy John, Vargas, and Outman. Random for Dodgers there. And the Hammer. Is that a Hank Aaron insert set? Betancourt, Kellenick, Schuster, and Cabrera. So, yeah, we'll mix all these cards into the packs eventually here, and we'll do some more of these antique mall things now that I can't play golf after, in between my classes and stuff, with it getting dark too early and starting to get a little bit cold. So I will, mess around in Muncie. The last thing I want to do is actually stay in my office. So thanks for watching. As always, like and subscribe if you like these sorts of videos, and we will see you in the shop.